Maduro in U.S. custody.
Not only do we think it's good for the people of Venezuela, it's in our national interest.
Caplin News has team coverage of the strikes on Venezuela and the capture of their leader. Chants from Venezuelans felt throughout South Florida.
This is something so fulfilling for us.
Caplin News is live. FIU students voice their thoughts on the oust of Maduro.
When it happened, I was like, is this actually happening?
As they return to campus, we're live. And protesters around the world react to the attacks.
People in this country are not pro-war. They don't want it.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Welcome back, South Florida. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
It's great to be back. I'm Nicolette Asper. It's Monday, January 5th, 2026.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Venezuela's authoritarian leader Nicolás Maduro and his wife expected to face a judge in just a few hours. President Donald Trump's long-running campaign against Nicolás Maduro came to action, leading to his capture.
The Venezuelan leader and his wife were taken into custody in the U.S. over the weekend in an operation dubbed Absolute Revolve. Caplin's Carolina Alvarez has more.
Good night. Happy New Year.
Hours after Venezuelans in the capital city of Caracas were woken up by the sound of explosions early Saturday, President Nicolás Maduro was seen cuffed being led by agents at the Drug Enforcement Administration office in Manhattan. He and his wife Celia Flores were dragged from their bedroom during a large-scale U.S. military operation, two sources familiar with the matter said. President Donald Trump said the U.S. will control Venezuela indefinitely without giving any details.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Trump said Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth would work with a team to help run the country and will be willing to work with Venezuelan acting President Delcy Rodriguez. Rodriguez, however, appeared loyal to the Maduro government.
We demand the immediate release of President Nicolás Maduro and his wife, the only president of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Sunday, Rubio offered little clarification on what U.S. control would look like.
So it's not running, it's running policy. The policy with regards to this, we want Venezuela to move in a certain direction because not only do we think it's good for the people of Venezuela, it's in our national interest.
Around the world and in the U.S., some are happy for the controversial leader to be gone. Others have voiced skepticism about the U.S. motives, denouncing the move as kidnapping and raising concerns about the future of the rule of law. I'm Carolina Alvarez reporting for Caplin News.
Here in South Florida, many Venezuelans woke up to the news of Maduro's capture and immediately went to the streets to celebrate.
Caplin News reporter Alejandro Marquina is live in Doral with their reactions. Good morning, Alejandro.
Good morning, Nica Valentina. That's right. Just 2 days ago, this iconic gas station, which is considered a cultural center for the Venezuelan community in Doral, was filled with many people celebrating what they call the first steps towards freedom.
The day had finally arrived, a moment millions of Venezuelans have been waiting for years, and South Florida couldn't miss a party, as hundreds gathered this Saturday in Doral's popular Arepaso corner to celebrate the capture of Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro by U.S. forces.
The first thing I did was call everyone home to let them know. We have been waiting for these moments for many years. This is for those who resisted and those who died and couldn't see this happening.
With President Trump announcing the news in a Truth Social post at 4 a.m., many started to gather during the early hours of January 3rd, with more arriving throughout the day as Nicolás Maduro was finally seen under handcuffs.
This is just the first step, and it was part of what we needed. President Trump said it. There's a lot of steps still missing, but this was a necessary one.
With music, flags, and even bringing their pets, the Venezuelan community was united by their overwhelming joy.
I feel so happy and proud. This is something so fulfilling for us.
And even though Venezuelans hosted the function, Cubans, Nicaraguans, and even Americans joined them in their sentiment of freedom.
I'm American myself, but I'm super proud of the United States for coming in and helping out with the Venezuelan crisis right now. It's great to see the amount of people that are here from not only Venezuela, not only the United States, but from all over trying to support the Venezuelan community.
Ahead of Maduro's first court appearance this afternoon, we may see people gathering again here, although no formal plans has been made yet. For now, we're live here in Doral. I'm Alejandro Marquina, Caplin News.
Well, we've seen many images and headlines coming out of Venezuela in the last 48 hours, but today we're hearing from students right here in South Florida.
They say they watched it all unfold in real time. Caplin News reporter Jose Carlos Rodriguez is live from North Miami with their reactions. Good morning, Jose.
Good morning, Nikki and Valentina. And this weekend was one filled with uncertainty, sleepless nights, and celebrations for the Venezuelan community. We're here at FIU, home of a big population of Venezuelan students. We had a chance to talk to them, and this is what they had to say.
Like, it's been so many years of praying and hoping and like trying not to lose faith that like when it happened, I was like, is this actually happening?
For many students, that moment came as a surprise as they scroll through their phones late at night.
I opened Twitter and I opened X, and the first thing I see is they're bombing Caracas. I go, what is this? This has to be fake news.
Within minutes, confusion turned into fear through social media and phone calls back home.
We call our family in Venezuela, and our family was saying, look, we just woke up, we're hearing like planes, we're hearing explosions everywhere.
Millions of Venezuelans inside and outside the country were woken up by the same words. They're bombing Venezuela. And this phrase can be scary for anyone, but for them, it took a couple of hours to turn fear into celebrations.
A lot of people started singing, a lot of people started like, this isn't crying. You just got out of a cancer, of a disease that has been killing your people for years.
Still, after President Donald Trump said that the United States will help run Venezuela during a transition, new questions emerged.
There's so many questions. There's a lot of doubt because we still have the regime over there. They're still the leaders of the country.
It still feels like this is just a start, that we have a very long way to go.
And that uncertainty remains within the Venezuelan community, as Nicolas Maduro and his wife are set to appear in court later today in New York as the country's future continues to unfold. Reporting live in North Miami, I'm Jose Carlos Rodriguez, Caplin News.
This afternoon, the Trump administration will brief certain members of Congress about the U.S. military operation in Venezuela. Those included are the chairs and ranking members of the Senate and House Foreign Relations and Armed Service Committees, along with the so-called Gang of Eight made up of congressional leaders from both parties. The session is set for 5:30 p.m.
From South Florida and beyond, we have reactions from Venezuelans across the world.
And that's still ahead, and so is our coverage of the capture of Nicolas Maduro.
They come up with any excuse to attack a country and really take the resources.
Protests are shaking up across major cities. Newsbreak will be back in just 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
Maduro's capture, millions are taking to the streets to speak out. Despite celebrations, the actions of the U.S. are sparking protests against the operation.
Yeah, hundreds took to the streets in Spain, voicing their disapproval of Maduro's arrest. The attendees of the protests say that the U.S. is violating international law and seizing control of the country.
They come up with any excuse to attack a country and really take the resources. And since they couldn't do it with Greenland, they're now trying with Venezuela. If not with Venezuela, then they'll go somewhere else that has resources. And in the end, we're all at the mercy of what those people want to do.
President Trump's U.S. oil companies will be going to Venezuela to spend billions of dollars to invest in improving oil infrastructure for the country.
People across the U.S. are also protesting against the invasion in Venezuela, advocating for peace in the country. KCTV's Chandler Watkins has a story.
Signs reading "No blood for oil" and U.S. out of the Caribbean could be seen as chants of no more wars for empires could be heard as the group marched down 3rd Street.
There's a lot more energy here today, and that is true across the country. People in this country are not pro-war. They don't want it.
On the other side of town,
Venezuela. Venezuela.
Venezuelans living in the metro were shocked at the news.
When people say, oh, you guys are celebrating the invasion of the United States to Venezuela. No, we are not celebrating that. What we're celebrating is that it's the beginning of the end of this system, which is a horrible system.
Many who gathered fled Venezuela years ago, not knowing if they would be able to ever go back. Now, as they sing their national anthem proudly, they feel uncertain but hopeful for the future of their country.
Part of the lyrics of our national anthem is take down the chains of oppression, take down the chains of oppression.
Y te puedo decir que como todo ser humano, lo que quiere es libertad.
And as all human beings, the only thing we want is to be free.
Reporting in Kansas City, Chandler Watkins, KCTV 5 News.
And meanwhile, Texans are divided about the capture of President Maduro. Venezuelans in northern Texas who escaped Maduro's rule feel both greatly relieved and shocked. Yet many in downtown Dallas are protesting against the capture for the way it was carried out by President Donald Trump.
What happened last night is proof that they can be justice with the help of the international community. Because Venezuelans alone could no longer do it.
Venezuelans in Texas celebrate the removal of Maduro and pray for the safety of their family members. Several hope that there will be a peaceful transition of power between the U.S. and Venezuelans. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Welcome back. We've been following breaking news all broadcast as arrested Venezuelan strongman Nicolas Maduro gets set for trial today in New York City.
Yes, and right now you're about to look at live images from the Manhattan federal courtroom. Maduro's court hearing is scheduled for today at noon, and because this is federal court, there will be no cameras inside. But we do know Maduro will be arraigned on a 4-count indictment before Judge Alvin Hellerstein. We will have continuing coverage on social media at Caplin.news and, of course, on tomorrow's newscast.
Well, that's all the time we have for Newsbreak this morning. I'm Valentina Gasper.
And I'm Nicolette Esper. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.